Hey everybody, it's Tugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Xenoblade Chronicles. Last time, we helped out the local scientists in Colony 6 to make this a happier place, and that sounds eerily similar to what we were doing 2 videos ago, wouldn't you say? I mean, those scientists were concerned with medicine, whereas these were concerned with smoke and armus. That sounds like really hokey magic when I say smoke and armus, like smoke and mirrors, but just really dumb. But I'm getting sidetracked. This time, we're going for a nice long hike along the outside of Colony 6. Why would we ever want to do this? Well, Colony 6 itself is one of the smaller areas on Bionis, but there's quite a few things to do out here that we just simply haven't done yet because it's not really a place we go to all that often. So how about we kick things off with something that everyone loves, a heart-to-heart. Dunban's right arm. Dunban, how's your arm holding up? You mean this old thing? The others told me what happened a year ago, in Sword Valley. It must have been very painful. It hardly even bothers me now. I'm used to this left-handed style now. It must be tough, though. Only a year ago, you were fighting with the Monado. And this is your reward. You think losing the use of one arm is gonna hold me back? You really can't use your right arm, then? That's a real shame. I have no regrets. Without the Monado, we would never have repelled the Mechon. I did what anyone would have done. There you go again, showing off in that special Dunban way. I wouldn't be in any fit state to be showing off if not for all of you. Wow, that's some honesty right there. I can't believe I've stripped away so many layers so quickly. Did I say too much? No, it was quite sweet, actually. Can I ask you not to tell Ryan about this conversation? If he ever found out, I wouldn't hear the end of it. Don't worry, my lips are sealed. They don't all have to be really long heart-to-hearts to be enjoyable. That one's still fun enough. Now, admittedly, I had to do a little bit of off-screen gifting in order to view that. Dunban and Charlotte just weren't quite at the requirements to see it yet. Specifically, I gave some items to Charlotte. Dunban gave Charlotte her large mangoes. Well, okay. I've been purposely trying to avoid making Charlotte boob jokes up to this point, and I really didn't mean it to sound like that, but you know, I guess it had to happen sometime. Saying that straight off, I guess it's unavoidable, and across 93 videos now, I guess it just kind of had to happen. Now, I want to switch around the party a little bit. I'm gonna say straight up, we're gonna be doing one side quest in this video, but it's going to be the majority of this. This is the side quest, as in, many consider this to be the best side quest in the game. It is many people's favorite, and for good reason. I think you will really, really enjoy it, even if you don't typically do much side questing. You just go outside Colony 6, and there's someone laying on the ground over there. Melancholy Tyrea. You found a collapsed Hyantia outside Colony 6. There must have been a reason she was on the lower levels. Carry Tyrea to Junks for medical treatment.
Who's this? Ain't she the one who attacked us in the capital?
You!
Tyrea! What are you doing here? You're hurt.
Do not touch me! Vile girl!
Watch it! Oh.
Tyrea, what happened?
Is she dead?
No. It looks like she just passed out. Let's get her to the infirmary. Rhine!
Come on, why me?
Please.
Is she okay?
Her injuries aren't severe. When the Bionis awoke, the ether flow around the colony became unstable. Maybe that's why she lost consciousness.
No, that's not what I meant.
You mean, why didn't she become a Telethia?
Precisely.
For pure-blooded high Entia to become Telethia, the ether energy surrounding the Bionis has to be above a certain level. Luckily, the level of ether energy here is not as high as on the upper regions of Bionis. That may be what kept her safe. Or perhaps...
Perhaps what?
No. It's nothing.
Something about this makes me feel uneasy.
I know what you mean. We'll have to keep an eye on her recovery.
Why does she hate you so much, Melia? You're both high Entia. Is being pure-blooded really that important?
Tyrea's birth mother is most likely my stepmother.
You don't mean Umea?
Yes. I heard about it from Callian after I returned from the tomb. Mother was the leader of the Inquisitors, a secretive organization operating in the shadows of the Imperial household. The group plotted to maintain the Imperial bloodline through a clandestine ritual. A ritual where Tyrea was conceived.
And she was secretly raised as an Inquisitor assassin. Hold on a sec. Are you saying that Tyrea is Callian's half-sister?
That's right.
Then isn't she in the same position as you?
Mm-hmm.
That is correct.
Tyrea! You're awake!
I had more right to the throne than she ever did. Were it not for the consort system that has so polluted the pride of our people, it would have been me, a pure-blooded High Entia who would build the future of our people. But you... you are a hypocrite. Just like me. If we are honest, what is the difference? You too would take the lives of your own people to protect your bloodline. Melia, you too are nothing but an assassin.
You're wrong.
I don't buy that for a second.
Rhine!
Pride of your people? How about you're jealous of Melia?
Do you really think I would be jealous of her?
Ain't ya? You're envious of her, right? Of how she lives her life. You just want everyone to feel sorry for you for being in the shadows all your life.
How dare you? No Hom speaks to me like that.
I'm saying that you'll never have a life like Melia's. You don't have the faintest idea why Melia's been fighting. Even if you'd been born in her place, the Emperor still would have chosen her as his successor. Succeeding the Imperial line ain't all about blood. It's about taking on the will to do whatever it takes for your land, for your people, when the time comes. That's what makes Melia different from you.
How dare you?
Both of you, stop this! This is no time for pointless bickering.
He's right. We survivors shouldn't be fighting amongst ourselves. Right, time's up. I want the room cleared out.
Yeah, okay.
And you need to calm down and get some rest.
Ugh. Me? Envious? I only think of my people. What is that?
What's going on?
Look! Over there! The colony!
Telethia!
Guys, she's gone.
Tyrea, you mean? Could that Telethia be her?
No. At least, I'm fairly certain.
What?
There's no time now. We must pursue it.
In pursuing it, we want to make sure we are prepared for what might be ahead. As such, I have switched around the equipment on these three a little bit. Melia's foot equipment I've updated. I've also given her some muscle up gems just to make her a little bit less squishy. Shulk, I have not changed at all, admittedly. But Ricky, I give him the Oriental glasses that we just earned for reconstructing Colony 6 a few videos back, and I gave him the Comet Biter. I love that. It's a king frog, a lot like the queen frog that we saw much earlier. I gave him aggro up and haste, basically just to kind of make him, you know, better at drawing aggro, dealing out lots of damage to keep the enemy's attention, all that good stuff. In the way of arts, I have decided to dequip Say Sorry and replace it with Friezenate. I'm sorry, Say Sorry. I really do like you, but things are getting more difficult, and I just don't think that removing all enemy debuffs is really that good for me right now. However, I would like to suggest going into Shulk's arts and leveling up Monato's shield to level 9. Trust me on this is going to become useful. With all those preparations done, we had an update to the quest log after the Telethia flew away. Should we go into it and take a look? Look for a mysterious Telethia in the same spot as the past Telethia battle in Machina Forest. There are two locations that fit the bill. We had a Telethia battle in the Decayed Forest after we visited Frontier Village for the first time, and we also had the battle with the Telethia at the lakeside where Shulk met Alvis for the first time. Let's go there first, as it is the earlier of the two.
It must be Tyrea after all.
What do we do? Do we have to fight her?
There's no time to think about it. Ready yourselves!
Mysterious Telethia, level 80. The battle also doesn't auto-initiate when you begin it for some reason. So as you see there, it took a cheap shot at me before the fight had actually begun. Now, you are able to actually run away from this fight. There is no barrier around this boss whatsoever, so you can immediately take off running should you just want to start this fight at full health because you feel it's being cheap. Alternatively, this is one major fight where without dying, you are able to go and build up the party gauge and then enter it. I'm going to go ahead and do a Starlight Kick right there. You actually can topple it nice enough. And I think I just mainly want to see if I can keep it on the ground and just spam arts while it's down there. It didn't stay dazed for very long because Shulk has our only daze art between the party right now. Other than that, I've recently learned that there are a few Telethia that don't use Soul Read. This is not one of those. This will use Soul Read on you. Oh, we have a vision. Supernova 7 on Melia. The talent arts held by this Telethia are really destructive, and if they could draw the aggro right about now, that'd be good. Awesome. Not so awesome. You know, that's a lot of damage. Even if Ricky would survive that if he got hit by it, I think I just want to go for the Monato shield. Sucks because I was about to get a chain attack, though, but oh well. I think, honestly, this is more valuable right now. That is going to hurt no matter who it hits. Even if it hits Ricky and he survives, that is still really, really devastating. And oh, chain attack! Oh, wow. It's like a millisecond before that comes true. Let's go for the elemental discharge. I got 3 summoned bolts. I might as well just expend them. Shulk, Slit Edge. Oh, Ricky. Oh, you got Yoink. Oh, what do I want to do here? I'm just gonna go for the bitey. And, okay, we get to do a ×4 summon bolt with an ether up. Let's do it. 42,000 damage. Not the strongest chain attack I've ever done, but I'm still really happy with that. Here comes the Supernova. Enjoy your 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. Awesome. So, aside from that, this fight, I do have to say, this is... Now, I don't mean to be overly critical of this moment. I think it's awesome that we're getting to learn more about Tyrea, because aside from just being an assassin that worked for the Bionite Order, she'd been pretty much unexplored up to this point. And I think that she is really interesting, but it kind of bugs me how this Telethia looks identical to so many Telethia we've seen in the past. I mean, I probably wouldn't mind so much if we didn't already have at least one story boss that had used the same design, but that's just me. But I've been ignoring the elephant in the room, Ultimate Cannon 9. That's why I suggested leveling up Shield to level 9. It would majorly suck to get into this fight having never seen a level 9 talent art before and just simply not being able to guard against it out of nowhere. We can just use our shield. I will admit I've been a little bit Summon Bolt happy in this fight. I think I really should get some damage over time going, though. I mean, I know he's got the chill because, I know Ricky was able to inflict chill on it no problem on his own, though, but I could lengthen the duration of that chill if I were to have Melia do that. You know what? Getting close to another chain attack, I might as well see if I can topple it. Let's go for it. Yeah! Even though I didn't topple it, I'm too excited by my chain attack to care. Let's go for this. And Shulk, you're gonna do the same thing you did last time. Wow. Is this gonna be note for note? Ah, Ricky doesn't have a yoink, so I can't say it's totally note for note. Go for the bleed. And for the attack, it really is note for note of the last time, aside from that one little detail. Not nearly as much damage though. Oh no, and I just, no, and I just used my chain attack. Okay, that's not as bad as I thought. It's really odd that the level 9 Talon Art doesn't do as much damage as the level 7 Talon Art. I guess higher level just means that it's tougher to block. It's not necessarily more powerful, but still, it's a little weird to see Supernova being as devastating as it is, and just seeing that not really do all that much. But you know what? I'm kind of okay with not shielding it. Let's finish it off.
Shulk, I must...
I know.
Stop! Tyrea! You're safe.
You do realize that Telethia is Umea.
Umea?
I was pursuing Umea. Even though she knew it was her fate to transform, she remained faithful to the Bionis.
But why? Didn't she feel betrayed?
Everyone has their own beliefs, and what they believe is their own choice. Umea adhered to her path. I pursued her so that I could fulfill her final wish.
Her final wish?
Umea was imprisoned within the Tower of Investigation. She told me that after she transformed into a Telethia, I was to destroy her as quickly as possible. She wished to sacrifice herself to the Bionis. At least, that is what I believed at first. But I now understand Umea's true desire. That is why I must...
This is my responsibility.
Melia, why?
Father entrusted me with the Empire and its people. What I believe in is the will of those struggling to survive. I have to fight if I am to convey this to the next generation. Besides, Umea is your birth mother. There is no need for you to carry out such an unpleasant task.
Is the same not true of you? You may not be of her blood, but you still think of her as your...
This is a duty that my father and brother conferred upon me.
Melia.
Tyrea, I believe you and I are alike.
Alike? Never, vile girl. My gratitude for assisting Umea. I mean, Mother.
Tyrea.
Well, there she goes.
Is she going to be okay on her own?
She'll be all right. We and Tyrea share the same goal. Our paths are sure to meet again.
Yeah, you're right. Melia, what did you mean just now? When you said you and Tyrea are alike?
Tyrea must be half Huns, just like me.
What? But the wings on her head.
Not all half-blooded High-Entier have small wings, only the majority. Some are indistinguishable from pure-blooded High-Entier.
Dominant and recessive inheritance. I've studied this.
So that's why.
Melia, do you think Umea knew this would happen?
Perhaps. Actually, she had to have known. At least, that's what I believe.
She was her mother after all. She must have been aware.
Yes.
We've closed the book on the Bionite Order, and despite everything Yumea did, we gave her her wish. For this, Melia gets the Emperor's Staff and an auto-attack stealth 6 gem. Personally, I've always liked to think of the Emperor's Staff as outright being what Yumea used when she was the first consort before she was arrested, and this is kind of her way of giving the closest thing to a blessing that she would ever give to Melia. As you can see, it greatly resembles the Imperial Staff used by Sori and Antiqua, only a little different. From now on, we're going to have the Emperor's Staff on Melia and retire the Imperial Staff. Personally, I've always felt like the Emperor's Staff is more of Melia's own staff rather than her just carrying her father's. Not strictly because it's called the Emperor's Staff and Melia is the Crown Princess, but also because of what Melia had to do to obtain it. It's the closest thing to redemption from Yumea we will ever have now that she's gone. And I just kind of see it as Melia coming full circle as a character once she has obtained this. I've always liked this weapon quite a bit because of all that. And with all that done, Melia has become a lot less fragile. She gained a lot of HP from obtaining that weapon. But that is all we came back to Machna Forest to do. At the site of these falls, next time on Xenoblade Chronicles, we return to Junction Colony 6 and take off for the Bionis chest. See you guys then.